What's going on there, guys? We back with another one. We got to talk about Ja Morant a little bit more now. We were all waiting for what the NBA Countdown crew had to say. And Jalen Rose was both empathetic and sympathetic to Ja Morant. Mike Wilbon shared his take. But Stephen A. Smith went in and revealed that as hard as he's been on RJ Barrett, he had to admit that RJ may have been the best pick for New York. Just not based off the basketball, but just solely off of him not being a distraction, showing up to work every day and working hard. And that's a part of it too. You know, he's productive at times, but you haven't heard anything about RJ Barrett. He shows up and does his job. And hey, man, you know, the basketball is one thing, but you learn to appreciate that when you see Zion not disciplined with his diet or his conditioning, and Ja Morant involved in what he's involved in. And he went in and he pointed out some things to Jalen that Jalen keeps saying to try to defend Ja or give him some leeway. And also Emmanuel Acho chimed in. Check it out.
I'm done with Ja Morant. I'm done. And you should be too. Now, don't make fun of me. I got my wisdom tooth pulled. I'm out here looking like a chipmunk. But 2 months ago, Ja Morant sat down to do an interview after he was seen holding a gun at a strip club, suspended for 8 games. Whole interview was a sham, had to be a lie. He said he had learned a lot of valuable lessons, said he wanted to be a better man for his daughter, said he was going to reevaluate who was in his group. And now, 2 months later, on Instagram Live holding a gun, caught in 4K, it wasn't like Ja was caught by a Secret Service agent spying on him. My dude told on himself on his own IG Live holding a gun. He's a first-team all-bag fumbler. He's set to be the next face of the league. 23-year-old superstar who got the world in the palm of his hand, but instead he want to hold a gun.
It's really hard to put this into words, but I'm going to try. As you know, I'm a Knicks fan, and we've talked about RJ Barrett. Between Zion Williamson's body and Ja Morant's stupidity, RJ Barrett might end up being the best pick.
But who's going to help lead him?
Well,
who's going to help get him there?
Wilbon, let me chime in, bro. I got to stop, y'all. Enough's enough. Jalen, to you first. My brother, I need you to give yourself a lot of credit. Yes, you've made mistakes in your life, but you didn't know, you weren't forewarned. You lived your life, you made the mistakes, and then ultimately you corrected them, whatever those mistakes may be. Ja Morant was warned. Ja Morant was given a pass. Months ago, they let you know 8-game suspensions. Months ago, they let you know $600,000. Months ago, you put your team in jeopardy, the franchise in jeopardy, your future endorsement and opportunities in jeopardy. Months ago, not years ago, months ago. And the NBA called you up to the league office the day you spoke to him. You sat down with Adam Silver, and he said, yo, what you doing here? Let's make sure we don't do this again. And here we are in the off season, and you're doing that. And here's the crime with all of this. Because Wilbon, I'm gonna bring this up. Understand right now, we the villains. You the villain, Jalen. You the villain, Wilbon. I'm the villain. Why? Because we're sitting up there and we're saying, excuse me, be careful. You got a whole future. Your future is yours. The world is yours, man. We're looking out for brothers. We're trying to tell them, listen. Watch it. The power of choice is a very, very powerful thing. Make sure you choose carefully who you have around you, who's going to safeguard you, who's going to help you protect you by making sure you avoid the things that you need to avoid. And by us looking out and trying to help out, we're villainized because we are willing to tell you the truth. That's the world he's living in. That's the world a lot of these guys are living in. Because God forbid that somebody tells you the truth so you can shield yourself so you can avoid the kind of things that'll find us on national television talking about you in this way. Second gun issue. Why are you walking around with a gun in broad daylight? What kind of life are you living? Who are you hanging around? What are you subjecting yourself to that you got to worry about what the hell is going on in your life? These are legitimate questions to be asked. It doesn't make us the villain. We're trying to look out. He just doesn't want to listen. And I find it a bit more than coincidental that the not listening part has kicked in after you got 5 years, potentially $231 million guaranteed. When you were looking for the bag, we didn't hear about this. Once you got it, now we see it on video. Not once, but twice. Come on, y'all.
Stephen A. Smith be having some wild takes at times. But this I have to agree with 1,000%, man. Now, Jalen, he made a good point about Jalen's angle. Jalen talks about, I was young, I made mistakes, and a lot of things were happening that we weren't seeing. Fair enough. Ja's being warned as they're happening in real time. He's already been reprimanded, and it's been within such a short window. Not saying guys didn't do this behind the scenes, but Ja can see the effect of it and how it's affecting his bag. And he's losing endorsement deals, and he's a superstar. You know what I'm saying? He has so much to lose. You've worked so hard to be this level player, to defy the odds, getting scholarships late in your high school career, going to Murray State, becoming a superstar, number 2 pick out of Murray State, just defying odd after odd after odd. And to elevate yourself to the platform of the National Basketball Association and then start to flush it down the toilet in this way, this fashion, is a real life head scratcher. And to me, when I see these videos, it comes off as overly trying to show that you still down and that money ain't gonna change you. And money shouldn't change you. It should just, what it's gonna do is make you more of who you are. But sometimes you need to make some changes. Some things that we thought were cool when we didn't have money, those things were plagues to us. We just didn't know any better. Don't confuse maturation with arrogance, you know what I'm saying? Or thinking you better than the next man. Maturation is a natural process that we go through. And with him becoming a parent, it's apparent, see what I did there, that he should embrace those things. It's really trying to lose it all, man. This may be the first time we've ever seen this in I ain't gonna say in professional sports, but we've watched it just play out, play by play, in 4K, in real time. Like, some guys just get dismissed and we hear about it 10, 15 years later, or we hear part of the story, not the whole story, but we're literally seeing every event. All his stuff dropped about what was happening off the court. So he should have took heed to Carmelo Anthony's thoughts and the things that he expressed on $1 Million Worth of Game, where he said they hire PIs to follow you around. They're not giving you that bag for you not to represent their league good. They're giving you that. Put it like this, with that bag, it isn't just that bag you're getting 24-hour surveillance in a sense. Not like they looking inside your home and everything, but when you are out and about, you have to imagine, and people gonna work for the NBA. See, social media helps the NBA because everybody got their phone. They don't even need as many PIs. But you better believe they're watching what a Ja Morant, a LeBron James, all these people are doing. Because it's just it's too bad for business not to monitor your every step without being too intrusive. But anytime you go into the public eye, you're being watched by everybody. The common people is going to help do the NBA's job at this point. But prior to that, they had these guys all around the cities that you live in. You think the people in the organization are just the ones that you see at the Coliseum when you show up, or at the arena when you show up? Absolutely not. And so Jalen needs to realize that Ja's being warned, and the way, like Perkins even said it. He tried to call him, and T was like, "Oh, we got this. Like, mind your business." It's okay to say, "I'm playing good. I'm the best young point guard in the world." But as soon as you try to straighten it out, or as soon as you try to give them some game on an uncomfortable conversation about maybe his conduct, oh man, we good. We good. Get out our way. Shut up, man. We good. Keep that over there. We don't need your help. And that's why where we at now. And T. Morant, I blame him some for this. Ja's a grown man, and he's got to learn to do it by himself. But obviously, they're too much like brothers, and I just can't rock with it, man. But shoot, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.